Every man has seen it. A woman with options, attention, and potential, choosing the toxic guy who treats her worse than she deserves. And you sit there wondering, what does he have that I don't? But that's the wrong question. She's not choosing him because he's better. She's choosing him because he fits the emotional blueprint she's familiar with. To her nervous system, chaos feels normal. Stability feels foreign, and healthy connection feels threatening. A toxic man doesn't make her feel safe. He makes her feel something. And for a woman who grew up around inconsistency, something feels more real than peace. This video isn't about judging her. It's about understanding the psychology behind her choices so you don't internalize rejection that was never about your value in the first place. Let's break down exactly why she gravitates toward him and what it means for a man like you. A woman doesn't choose the toxic guy because he's exciting. She chooses him because her body recognizes him. If she grew up around inconsistency, emotional volatility, or unreliable caregivers, her nervous system learned one thing early: love equals unpredictability. So when she meets a man who is calm, steady, grounded, and emotionally safe, her system doesn't interpret that as comfort. It interprets it as boredom, or worse, danger, because it doesn't match what she learned love feels like. But when she meets a man who is distant, chaotic, hot, and cold, her entire body lights up, not with love, but with familiarity. It feels like home, even if home was dysfunctional. Toxic men don't give her peace. They give her the exact emotional rhythm she was raised on. The highs, the lows, the unpredictability, the emotional guessing game. And because her blueprint links emotional intensity with intimacy, she confuses chaos for connection. You see stability as a sign of loyalty. She sees stability as something she hasn't learned to trust yet. This isn't about you lacking anything. It's about her gravitating toward the environment her nervous system was built in, even if it hurts her every time. To a woman conditioned by inconsistency, the emotional roller coaster is the validation. Toxic men give her the perfect cycle. Pull away, come back, apologize just enough. Disappear again, return with intensity. Every withdrawal creates anxiety, and every return creates relief. That relief hits the brain like a drug, a dopamine spike so strong it feels like love. Healthy men give consistent affection. Toxic men give intermittent reinforcement. The same psychological mechanism that keeps people addicted to gambling. That's why she feels a stronger pull toward him. It's not because he's better. It's because he keeps her nervous system on edge, and the uncertainty amplifies desire. The more unpredictable he is, the more she chases the next high. And when he finally gives her attention, it feels earned, as if she had to win it. That makes the validation 10 times stronger. You offer stability. He offers intensity. And to someone who hasn't healed, intensity always feels more real, even when it's destroying her. She's not addicted to him. She's addicted to the emotional cycle he creates. Here's the part most men never understand. A woman who gravitates toward toxic men isn't choosing excitement. She's avoiding intimacy. Healthy men make her feel seen. Toxic men let her stay hidden. When she dates a grounded, emotionally stable man, she feels a level of closeness she isn't prepared for. Your consistency exposes her. Your calmness disarms her. Your emotional availability forces her to confront parts of herself she's been running from for years. To an avoidant woman, this feels threatening. So what does she do? She retreats into something safer. A man who will never ask her to open up, never require vulnerability, never challenge her emotional walls. A toxic guy feels easier because he stays emotionally distant. He doesn't demand closeness. He doesn't hold her accountable. He keeps the relationship shallow. He lets her maintain control with you. She risks being known. And that triggers every wound she never healed. Avoidant women don't fear heartbreak. They fear intimacy because intimacy requires dropping the mask. A toxic man makes sure she never has to. This is why she pulls away from men who treat her right and runs back to men who can't love her at all. A toxic man gives her one thing she can't get with you: the illusion of power. With a healthy man, the dynamic is balanced. You communicate clearly, you set standards, you move with direction, and that means she can't hide behind excuses or emotional games. She has to show up authentically. She has to be consistent. She has to be accountable. To an avoidant or unhealed woman, that feels threatening. But with a toxic man, she feels in control because he's unreliable, he's inconsistent, he's emotionally distant, he doesn't challenge her, he lets her define the pace. Ironically, his dysfunction makes her feel safer because she never has to rise to genuine intimacy. She can complain about him, blame him, chase him, fix him, and all of that keeps the attention away from her own emotional blind spots. A toxic man keeps her busy. A healthy man keeps her honest. With him, she gets to stay in her comfort zone. No vulnerability, no depth, no responsibility. Choquetición, no self-reflection, no consistency required. She gets the upper hand, or at least she thinks she does, because choosing a man who can't truly love her means she never has to confront the parts of herself that don't know how to love back. Her choice isn't about romance. It's about control and avoiding the emotional exposure that real connection demands. Here's the truth you need to hear. Her choosing the toxic guy over you was never a reflection of your value. It was a reflection of her wounds. You didn't lose to him. She retreated to the emotional environment she understands. Healthy, grounded men trigger her deepest fears. The fear of being seen, the fear of being known, the fear of being loved in a way she can't reciprocate. So she chooses chaos, because chaos doesn't demand growth. Toxic men don't expose her. They don't challenge her. They don't ask for effort, consistency, or emotional presence. They let her stay exactly where she is. But here's the part that matters for you. You cannot outlove her trauma. You cannot outpatient her avoidance. You cannot outperform her nervous system. Her healing is her responsibility, not yours. Your job is to recognize that her choices are rooted in her past, not in your inadequacy. Walk away with your self-respect intact. Because a woman who chooses toxicity today will only appreciate stability once she's done running from herself. And when she finally reaches that point, she won't be looking for the man who chased her. She'll be looking for the man who outgrew her. Here's the bottom line. You can't rescue someone who keeps choosing the fire, and you don't dim your light just because someone else is still comfortable in the dark. If she chose chaos over you, let her. Your life moves forward. Your standards stay high. Your energy stays protected. And if you want more content that sharpens your mindset, strengthens your frame, and helps you understand these dynamics on a deeper level, subscribe, like, and drop a comment. It tells the algorithm you want more of this, and it helps this channel grow so I can keep building with you. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and never chase someone running from themselves.